Hello y'all and welcome back. Well, now I have an official name for this. So, brand new convo. I hit up the tribe and the homies and the rollies and they said it's fire. So this is what we're gonna rock with. So welcome to Brand New Conversations, where the topic of conversation today is cheating. Anyway, so let's talk about EARL Thomas and how he got caught in an Airbnb with some cheeks that wasn't his wife's, and he was okay. And she pulled up in there and she put a gun to his head. Like, it could have been over. Now let's look at EARL Thompson. If you don't know who he is a free safety for the Baltimore Ravens, and he is a 7-time Pro Bowler. That means, for those that don't watch football, that he is very, very great in what he does. Out of all the free safeties, he gotta be at least in the top 5 to be able to be like a Pro Bowler. Like, you gotta be up there to get an invite to the Pro Bowl. And he did. You know what I'm saying? And he risked it all during quarantine, which is the whole nother conversation to be had about how these NFL players, without football and without them practicing, they are just being... That's why they need to hire therapists for the team. Cause anyway, so yeah, he in Texas, wife pull up. How does he get caught? Snapchat. He never turned his Snapchat filter off, so she can find her. The location was on. Okay, now find your phone. Snapchat. I don't know who might need to use this at the end of the video if you got a hunch, but check their Snapchat. And got hemmed up. And I was like, almost died over some cheeks that weren't yours. You got a whole wife, my guy. Why would you? I don't understand. Like, leave. Let her get her 50% and go. Because, and this is in my opinion, in my mind, that if somebody loves you, then they will not intentionally disrespect you. They will not intentionally have you out here looking crazy. You know, if y'all are the type of people that like appearances really matter, like, you ain't gonna have me looking crazy because you famous. And if I've been around you, then there's some pictures of us floating together. So if somebody see you with somebody else, and y'all don't even resemble each other, and it's like you ain't got no other siblings, then you making me look crazy. And I just think you wouldn't do that for something or someone that you value. Like, you just wouldn't for things you value. So let's just say if you had the newest BMW came out, you done wanted this car, you done saved it, you done got your credit right, or you just did some paper bag work, and now you like, hey, I'm about to pay for this junk cash. What you not gonna do, and I'm gonna use my own city, what you not gonna do is go to South Rocky Mount and leave the engine running. Like, you would not just be like, man, I just bought this thing, I value it so much, I done invested into this thing, but what I'm about to do is leave it. So maybe South Rocky Mount, maybe Armstrong Apartments. No, I mean, maybe Hillsdale, you know, somewhere. Like you just leave it out here with the key, just with the key in the ignition, and you like, I'm just leave it here for 3 days, and then you come back and it's gone. Why you didn't? You wouldn't do that, now would you? That sounds extremely silly. Why wouldn't you do that? Because you value it, because you invested in it, because it's something that you care about. So you're gonna take your keys with you. You ain't gonna leave your keys in the car and just be like, yeah, I'm just go head out and then come back. And it's like, no. I was like, that thing gonna be gone. That thing's gonna be gone, bruh. And you wouldn't do that to a car. You wouldn't do that to a real nice watch. Like, you wouldn't get no iced out rollie and then be like, yeah, I'm gonna just leave this at the basketball court and I'm gonna come pick it up tomorrow. No. No, you wouldn't, because you value it and you invested in it and you consider it expensive. You consider it something that's up there, so you're going to take care of it, right? The same thing you should do in your dang on relationship. Like, don't commit if you're not ready. Please, y'all, don't let nobody force you into a relationship if you're not ready. Especially if you met on like Tinder or Bumble or something, because you already know that there's a possibility that there are other people that were in conversation when you came into the picture. So communication clears up a lot of this stuff, because I'm not talking cheating. And when y'all are in a situationship and y'all never had a conversation because y'all were scared to have a conversation about what the freak y'all were, what y'all was aiming for, you just like, I'm just glad to have somebody to share the bed with. I'm just glad somebody that I can give a flat to. Flat as in flat wings, because that's a special type of love, okay? And y'all just don't, and y'all just never have that conversation, so then it just never happens. I was like, that's different. Like, that's not cheating. That's like, bruh, I was like, yeah, they did you dirty, but technically it's not cheating because you never had a conversation on like, we're going to commit to each other. Cheating is when you are committed. Y'all say, hey, we rocking. We are rocking. This is exclusive. We rocking. And then you decide that I don't want to rock no more, but I'm not going to tell you I don't want to rock no more. So I'm going to go do some other stuff because I have some needs unmet. So instead of having a conversation to figure out if we need to end this because you can't meet the needs that I need in this relationship, I'm going to go ahead and get that from here. Like, you're not giving me emotional support. So I was talking to somebody that, was a good listener. You can't have that conversation with the person you committed with. Because I feel like you can, so why not have that conversation? You know what I'm saying? And then if y'all decide like we gotta part ways and part ways, because codependency is the devil's work. Like, you feel like I can't leave because this person is here. Like, I know when I get off of work, I want somebody that I can eat dinner with. I want somebody that I could go on trips with. But when it comes down to somebody that I can really have an in-depth conversation with, somebody that can intellectually stimulate me, I will give up those things because I just need somebody to fill in this space. But then I was like, you're not being loyal to yourself, so it's hard to anticipate that loyalty from others when the communication isn't there. And then it's also a cop-out to be like, well, you weren't giving me this when you didn't even give somebody the opportunity to fulfill it. So if you give somebody the opportunity to fulfill it, and it's not on some like serious like self-esteem stuff, like it's not like you bleeding on your relationship and then your partner has to bandage it up, but it might be something as simple as like, I like to have conversations about hip hop, and I'm really like into like conspiracy theories. Like, let's chop about that. And then if we are just having conversations about sports and food, and I know that one of my intimacy needs is that, like, I need to have like that. I need to have in-depth stimulation. Then I have a conversation with that person about like, this is what works for me. This is what I enjoy. This is what I would need us to start conversing about for me to kind of like stay in this. And then don't just talk about what you need. Then you ask the question like, is there anything that I can help you with so that we can still be rocking? And then if it's like, okay, well, I would like I'm a hugger and you really don't hug a lot. I like my love language is touch, so we need to hug, and I like to hold hands. And the person say that, and it's like, okay, that's a compromise. But and I was like, that's a conversation that can fix that. You know what I'm saying? So that, because when the cheating happens, I was like, you made the decision to go out and find somebody else to hold hands with and cuddle with, because you never had a conversation with me about that. And we never made an ends meet. We just bumping heads in silence. And then I decide, you know what? I'm about to go find me somebody that I can have some conversations with. And it just so happens to be the opposite sex. So So now we over here, we chopping, and I'm getting what I need from them, and then coming back to you, and it's like, and it's like, no, you can have a conversation, and then if it don't work out, then part ways, because there are so many people in the world, and I don't care what age you are. Like I saw a post on like spiritual world or something. I don't know. It's like Shade Room, but it's like not. It's not spicy. It has more uplifting stuff. And they're like, how many more relationships do you have left in you? And it was a lot of people in their 20 somethings, because I like to go click on profiles, and they like, I'm 20. How old am I? I'm 27. 27. Yeah, I'm 27, and there's like 20-year-olds and 25-year-olds. Like, I only got one relationship left. Like, you don't, like, if I get into a relationship this year, you know what I'm saying, and then by the time I'm 29, that junk don't work out. So I'm like, then I'm in another one, and then that one is like, that ain't working out, and then I finally get married at like 35, or maybe I don't. Maybe God has like, okay, you need one more relationship, and then I'm like 37, and then it's like, boom, here he is, wonderful, and in the package that I specifically asked for, or probably not. And I wish I could pray backwards to try to trick God into sending me what I want, but I don't think that that's how God works. God be knowing my thoughts. But yeah, like it's okay. It's okay to leave. Be strong enough to leave. Okay, if you can scream Webby and Boopsie, INDEPENDENT, do you know what that means? Then be that. Leave. You are strong. You are a person by yourself, and if stuff isn't working out, don't feel obligated to be cheated on or stay and cheat, because people be getting rocked every day. Within this video, it's probably like 3,000 to 4,000 people just within the state of North Carolina, Virginia, and South Carolina that is getting their ass whooped right now because of cheating. Like, people got cousins that value them. People got sisters and brothers that value them. You said you value something, but you didn't take care of it. You ever, like, when you were younger, your parents might have gave you something, like a Game Boy Color, or maybe it was small, maybe it was an actual Barbie, because a lot of my Barbies came from Maxwell. I ain't gonna hold you. But and they were like you want it? Yeah. You sure? Yeah. You gonna take care of it? Yeah. And then you don't. Or better yet, a dog, because a dog is a living thing. And kids always be like, yeah, you want a dog? You gonna take care of it? Yeah. And then what happens? Parents, what happens when you get your child the dog? Or y'all, what happened when you got the dog? Some of y'all dogs that your parents got, you turned into their dog because you said you wanted it. You showed interest for like 2 weeks, and then you dipped on it. You was like, oh, it's cool to say that I have it. Like, I'm gonna tell everybody in the neighborhood that I have a puppy, and I'm gonna show the puppy around. They're gonna be like, oh, look at my puppy. But I didn't take care of it. I said I wanted it. I said I valued it. But I didn't take care of it. I didn't try to feed it. I didn't try to water it. I didn't try to train it. I just let it do whatever it wanted to do. And then, due to my neglect, what happened to the dog? Your parents be like, you know what? I'm going to take it from you. I'm going to take the person from you since you decided that I was going to give it to you in neglect. Now take that scenario and flip that to God and the person that you say you want. You say you want a relationship. You say you want somebody that you're going to rock with. Now your parents, switch the parent, put God in place. Switch the dog, put the significant other into place. Woo, woo, woo. You said you wanted this. You've been praying for this for a long time. We had conversations. You wrote it down in your journal. And then you get it, and what do? You don't take care of it. You don't nurture it. You don't talk to it. You cheat on it. Here's the person. Here is a person. You said you wanted to find your other half. Well, here's your other half. And what do you do when you get them? Because I'm hoping folks pray for wives. And folks pray for husbands. And then you get your wife or you get your husband. And what you do? You cheat. Man, I just want to be in a relationship. Like, I'm sick of this. I'm sick of belonging to the streets. That's what everybody be saying now. I'm tired of being belonging to the streets. But some of y'all went literally from the streets to the sidewalk. Like, you still out there. You still not in the house. You still got a house. You literally went from the streets to the sidewalk. You're not. I'm still out here being bust downs. But a bust down is being claimed by somebody else because you decided to walk out on your relationship. In my opinion, cheating, there's no excuse. There's no, they cheated first, so I did it. I was neglected, so I did it. I was emotionally attached to my coworker, so I did it. If anybody thought this was going to be a male bashing video, gotcha. No, we ain't doing that. It's because folks be out here cheating. And it take a special type to be cheating. When niggas is dying, folks is out here like dead. Okay, folks is waking up dead due to this virus. So for you to leave your home to go cheating is not essential. It's not an essential duty. But here folks are out here cheating, and I don't get it. I don't want to understand, because the one thing that you know before you do it is that you're in a relationship. Like, you don't know before you try the person if they gonna bite or not. But one thing you do know, one thing that's for sure and for certain, is that you are in a relationship. We know this. You know this. That's the only fact that you can make before you decide to step out on your relationship is cheat. That you are in a relationship. Cheating is a choice. It's a choice. If you disagree, you can go at it in the comments, because I said what I said. You made the decision to shoot your shot, or somebody shot their shot at them, at you, and then you was like, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and rock with it. And I was watching like Kev on Stage podcast, and one of the stories was like the girl, this woman, her friend was sending her husband news, so he showed his wife news, the news that her friend sent, and it's like the first time she sent it, she says it was a mistake, and then she sent it again, and he showed his wife both times. So now she's over here like, who should I believe? And it's like, there are definitely mass manipulators, but the fact that this dude's like, every time she sends something, he's showing you like, hey, look, go get your girl, like, it's, come on now, cut the friend off, cut her off. It's not that serious. I'm just alarmed at the lengths that people will go to cheat. Like, this man got a whole Airbnb. And I don't like to shade my Baltimore Ravens, see, because, you know, I keep the hat strapped. I keep the, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to mess up my curls, but I keep the hat strapped. I don't ever want to say nothing bad about no Baltimore Ravens players. But, bro, you stupid. You was 7-time Pro Bowler, and you out here about to get shot for clapping some cheeks that weren't your wife. That's what was the reason? What was the motivation? This is, you know what cheaters lack? Communication skills. Because a cheater that has an excuse is a cheater that lacks communication skills, because you could have just talked about it or left. Leave, please. If anybody think about shooting, they shot at me. If there ever comes a point in time where you have cheated or you feel like you will relapse, leave. Because I'm a good shot and I will fight you. Okay? It's just ridiculous. Now, if folks take back a cheater and all that stuff, I mean, it is what it is. But please understand that cheating is a choice. Just like waking up in the morning and deciding if you gonna just get you an All-Star from Waffle House, which I don't trust people that eat Waffle House in the morning, but like if you just gonna have a big breakfast, or making a decision if you're going to work out in the morning, or if you're gonna do like oatmeal and boiled eggs. It all comes down to a decision. Like what is your priorities? What do you value in your life? Because a person that loves you and values you would never cheat because they understand the value. Not saying that you're a diet, but it's a choice to make the action. Because it's a lot of work that goes into going outside of your relationship. Like, and specifically black culture, like, you just don't be like, hey, yeah, I met somebody at a pool bar and that was it. No. It takes conversation. It takes text messages. You gotta feed folks. And I just excuse for it. Okay? If the person is not meeting your needs, then leave. Let's say that again. If the person is not meeting your needs, you should leave. You should leave. You should leave. If the person's not meeting your needs, you should leave. You should leave. Period. Heating. Leave or get dealt with.